Hey, Jerry D from Tennessee. It's YouTube. Oh, wait a minute. You guys are hid. Oh, there you are. Oh, all right. Well, we found you. Hope you're having a good day. Week starting is a brand new week, and stocks are spiking. I got some stocks there in my portfolio. They're green on the day. Pretty decent movement. Not quite as much as this that I picked up on my scanner. I run a scanner on a 10% increase in price for over 5 days. For 1 day to 5 days. So not as high as these stocks, and I'm not in these stocks. I've already out on some of these. I pulled off my E-Trade screener. If you go look at my video on E-Trade screener, I tell you how to get into it and stuff. Tell you a couple of things that you can do to pull up some stocks. But it's got tons and tons of options on pulling up what stocks you're looking for and what kind of stocks you're looking for. But anyway. This is not a commercial about E-Trade. Let's talk about some stocks. So, that being said, and let's take my picture off. You don't want to look at this old man's ugly mug from Tennessee. You don't want to hear about stocks if you're watching this video. So, I'll disappear for a minute. So, QBAN. I've been in QBAN for a little while. QBAN is kind of been moving a little bit. It's up 23% on the day today. So it's been very active. It is a internet and infrastructure solutions company. Teleco Cuba. They are on the OTC stock exchange, and as you can see, they are still a cheap stock. They're still under a cent. I'm looking for this stock. I'd love to see it get in the penny land. I'd love to see it go in the dollar land, but it will be a long hold before it gets in the dollar land. So this is not I'm going to get rich in 15 minutes stock. This is not I'm going to get rich in a month stock, I don't think. But I think it's on the move. It's going up. It's every time it goes up a little bit, it holds a better price. I believe this stock will eventually get up to where it's going to have a pretty decent price on it. And right now it's a cheap stock to be in. So I'm happy to be in this stock. I've been watching this stock closely. But again, they are a internet solutions provider is what they are. So my other stock, VGID, V Group. It's up 15.38% on the day. So it's moving, going up, holding the price, a decent price for 1 day here on this chart. So they are OTC Pink. V Group is created to develop quality-driven companies. V Group is dedicated to providing very best and cutting-edge beverage products, as well as developing the best opportunities for shareholders by incubating entities in a variety of markets and spinning them off into separate public entities in which V Group shareholders will participate. Ooh, that's a mouthful. Somebody's very creative. They must have had a technical writer come up with that text for that company, but they are a beverage company, and they have a website address here, but the website is not active, so that makes me concerned. But what I feel comfortable about is they are OTC Pink. Okay, they are current, so we shall see. We shall see what they will do. So right now, they are at a cheap price. They're still below a penny a share. And you could, let's see. I just want to do a quick calculation here. Actually, I could probably just do it on the screen. Maybe I should do it on the screen. So it's 0.0015 cents. So what if we went out and we bought Here's my calculator. We'll move it over here to the screen. So there's 1,000. There's 1,000,000 shares times 0.0015 equals. That's just $1,500. You could have 1,000,000 shares in that company. So, and this is how this is how a lot of people make some money. They'll get 1,000,000, 2,000,000, 3,000,000 shares, but you got to keep in mind when you do this, if you buy 1,000,000 shares of this company and the price is going up, it is going to take you a while to sell all those 1,000,000 shares, depending on how the volume is moving. If it's really going and it's really zipping and people's going crazy on it, you can probably get out of the stock fairly quick. But if it's moving, if the sales are moving, time and sales are moving at a fairly slow pace, you are going to have to set and create small orders and incrementally sell your shares as the price is going up. And the ideal way of doing it is setting and doing incremental shares and keep your price of the stock at what the current ask price is, not the bid, the current ask price, and you will help the stock to continue to grow. If you take the bid, you're dropping the price of the stock, and you're hurting the stock, and you're hurting it for the other people that's still in the stock. So if you hold out on the ask price and there's a buying frenzy going on this stock. Now listen to me. If there's a buying frenzy going on this stock, sell your shares. Like, for example, I just showed you 1,000,000 shares for $1,500. If you go in and you double your money and turn $1,500 into $3,000, you still got to sell those 1,000,000 shares to get your money, your profit out. So sell at 100,000 increments, or sell at 50,000 increments, and keep asking the ask price on it. Keep on the ask price, and let's show you on the screen here. This ask price is higher than the bid. The bid's going to drop the price of the stock, okay? Somebody takes this bid, it's going to be 0.0015, but if you hold out and you hold your order at 0.0016, okay, which is 1,000ths, or maybe it's 1,000,000s. 110. Now, what's 1,000ths? 1,000ths difference in price. More than likely, somebody's going to buy it at 0.0016, because that's not a big difference in the price if they want into the stock. So always, if you're selling, if you can, at least, unless you're trying to get out of it and you're trying to get out with as little of a loss as you can get out. If you're losing money, I would, if you're making money, I encourage you to try to sell at the ask price, and that way you don't hurt the price of stock. Because if you start taking the bid, the next order is like 0.0014, the next one is 0.0013, 0.0012, and you keep dropping the price of the stock, you're hurting other stockholders. The wise trader will always trade on the ask price. Okay? That helps the stock. It's not going to hurt the stock, because if you don't watch it, if enough people are trading the stock, they're going to drop that price to nothing. I mean, quick. And that's what causes us a dump. And this is why they had this spike today, because people have been buying into the ask on this right here. Let's do a bigger chart. And what am I looking for? Bear with me. Bear with me. That right here, right in front of me, large chart. That's what I'm looking for. So right here, people are taking the ask price. They're not buying into the bid. They're buying on the ask price. And then when it went up here, they're buying in the ask price as the price is going up, and you're helping the stock price to go up as you're selling your stock. If you do the same thing when you're buying the stock, if you really want to be in the stock, go into buy into the ask. If you expect the stock, if you believe in it to go up, take the ask price to get into the stock. If you really want it, you're going to have to anyway. You're going to have to sit and wait for that ask price, the order to sell to drop his price of what your bid is. And you might not get it. The next person might take the ask, and then the price might go up again. So it's just a numbers game, but that's just smart trading. But again, when you're taking the bid on the price, you are dropping the price of the stock. So let's close this window. Close window. So back to VGID again. They were up 15.38 cents percent. Excuse me, 15.38%. That's a good day. It's green on the day. Moving on up. So we shall see where this where the VGID group is going to go. I would show you their website, but their website, they have a web URL and the site is not up. They don't have the site built yet. So we shall see. I'm keeping an eye on the stock. We'll see where it will go. But again, they are OTC pink. The price of the stock, it's still a very cheap price. Like I said, if you want to buy 1 million shares at $1,500 is 1 million shares. $750, I guess that being said, would be a 500,000. So, still a cheap stock to get into, and you don't have to buy 1 million or 500,000. You could buy 1,000, you could buy 5,000, you could buy 10,000. The main goal of this game, if you're trading stocks, the whole goal of the game is to make a profit and to build your nest egg for retirement. I mean, that's my game anyway. Now, it might not be yours. You might be trying to get rich overnight. But if you try to get rich overnight, the stock market can and it will break you if you get in the wrong trades. You can do it now. If Tim Sykes has done it, he talks about it, but he also took one trade and lost $500,000 in one trade. So be careful, okay? Trade smart, trade scared, trade informed. Don't spend any money on stocks investing that you can't stand to lose, because it is a risk and you can lose money. But on the same note, you can also make money if you use your head and you get in at the right time, in the right stock at the right time, at the right price. You can do it. So, I'm here to encourage you. I'm not a stock advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just an old man talking about stocks, a lonely old man in East Tennessee. And this is, this is just what I do. So, anyway, let's move on to the next stock. I've rambled on too much for this one. All right, NSPXD. Let me get myself back off the screen again. They had a 14.54% in the positive today. In the green, they're moving up. They went up. They had a pullback, and they went back up on the day. So very light trading now. Keep an eye on the trading. Very light trading. I'm in this long term. We shall see where this will go. Here is, they are a therapeutics company, a medical company, developing targeted cancer therapeutics that delivers a potent and unique and patented drug that treats breast, prostate, bladder, kidney, and lung cancer. I've done this video before on biotech stocks, and there is a website you can go to that you can watch some of this stuff. The Biostock Catalyst, you can watch for when they release news, because when they release a drug, when they release a drug, they will release news, okay? They're going to have FDA approval, right? They've got to go through a process of testing the drug on animals, and then they test it on a set of people, live people that volunteer to take the drug that's possibly have cancer, and then they record the results on how well the drug helps these people. There's a whole process they go through. There's a whole series of testings, different phases that they do, and what'll happen is if they release news, as they release news that they had successfully passed testing on all the phases for a drug, a new drug that they're releasing to help cancer patients. As soon as there's good news released and the FDA has approved the drug for use by the medical community, then at that point this stock will take off. It will take off on the news. It will usually, after these medical stocks, these biotech stocks release FDA approval, the stocks will spike. Right after the news release, they will go up. So that's what you're looking for on stocks like this. I may do another video on biostock catalysts, just to talk about it a little bit. I do encourage you to, if you're interested in biotech stocks, that's a good way to go. I have done a previous video, I can link it down below, where I talk about where you can do the searches for the FDA. The FDA is public information on where the testing is going, on who's testing, when they are expecting. There's a calendar on when they are expecting approval on new drugs. So it's all public information. All you got to do is pick the company, find the type of treatment that you're watching for in the stocks, and follow the testing process for that drug and watch the news. And all you have to do, there's like maybe 6 or 7 phases. I can't remember. It's maybe 7 phases, maybe 6. I can't remember. I'd have to look it back up. It's been a while since I've looked at biotech stocks. I've just bought this stock and I've been holding it because I expect that they're gonna release something eventually and it's gonna go. But you can time your investments. You can watch, go into FDA and see who's applied for FDA approval, and look at the calendar when they're supposed to release approval, or they may not pass. Whatever you're watching is possible. They may not pass. They may find an issue with the drug and not be able to release it. So it is a gamble. As anything else, it's not a sure thing. But Biostock Catalyst will tell you how the testing is going, how it's being reported. They track all that testing for you and they report it. You can pull up a list for each month, who's at the end of the testing period, and you can pick your stocks off of that report and look at the dates when they expect approval, FDA approval, and time your investments according to the dates of the approval. Look at the stock, see if you want to get into it, if you're feel comfortable about what the drug is and what it's supposed to cure, and they might, that it may pop because enough people may be watching the stock. Another good indicator to see how many people's watching the stock, you pull up the list of Biostock Catalysts, look for the stock on Twitter, the stock ticker, and see how many people's tweeting about the stock. If you see a lot of tweets and there are a lot of current tweets for the company in Twitter, that's probably a good stock for you to look at. But again, I'm not a stock advisor, not a financial advisor. What do I know? I'm just a lonely old man in East Tennessee. Just a lonely old man in East Tennessee that just talks about stocks. But that's how you do it. That's how the pros do it. They go and they pick something and it's like, oh, okay, that looks like it's going to be a good... Cancer's big, okay? Going back to this stock, Cancer is a big, big topic. It is, there's a lot of cases. There's a lot of sick people in this country. I'd love to see one of these companies like this company come out with a cure for cancer, where if you come in, you've got prostate cancer, you got lung cancer, you got liver cancer, lung cancer, just any kind of cancer, breast cancer. Like this is one of the things is breast cancer. that they have a medicine that they can administer to the cancer patients that will dissolve that cancer and kill those cancerous cells and not affect the person and keep them healthy, make them healthy. The thing is about cancer, I've lost a wife back in 2008. She's been gone for a while, so I miss her as well. But what I learned through the experience with my wife when she had cancer, and something the doctors would tell you, not all cancer drugs will work the same in every individual. Every individual is different. One cancer medicine may work in one person, but the next one they give it to, because of their blood type or just their genetics or something, the cancer cure may not work as well in the next person because of just some genetic, something about their body that's different, that's not taken to the drug. It may not work. So not everybody, not the solution. That's the hard part about cancer, is what was explained to me and my wife. Right when she started her regimen, she took two chemotherapies. One was a normally used therapy. The second one was experimental, that we had to go to MD Anderson down in Texas for treatment. And she lasted about a year. None of the treatments they tried were working, and she eventually lost her battle. But she was a trooper. She fought it. She fought it hard. But my point is, what they did, not one medicine may work for one person, but it may not work for the next person. There's only there's a lot of genetics and stuff. Cancer is not a easy disease to treat because of the genetics between different people, the blood types, the chemistry of the different people, physiologies. It just makes it difficult for them to treat people because of the differences between individual people. So I'm just throwing that out there, and that's probably why you haven't seen anybody come out with a cure-all for, like, they've got a flu shot to come out with every year, and that could help you prevent having the flu. Cancer's a little more difficult because you've got different types of cancers that are in different parts of your body that affect different cells and different cancer cells. So each case is a unique case. And it really makes it difficult for these people trying to target these diseases, these cancerous diseases. But I'm going to quit rambling on that. I just thought I'd throw that in because I have had some experience due to my wife. Painful experience, but there's a lot of things in life. It's like stocks, you can't control it. It's like stocks. You can't control what the stock's going to do. You just got to watch the charts and see what the price action's going, and you got to plan accordingly. And if you got to get out, you got to get out. If you're if it pops and you're making a profit, then you're making a profit. You don't know, and that's the way cancer medicines are. That it's not guaranteed when they give you the medicine, and it's unfortunate. It is very unfortunate. I would love to see them come up with a solution for cancer, especially since I lost my wife. I was hoping that we could my wife could beat the cancer, and I miss her very much. But unfortunately, she lost her battle with cancer, and she's no longer with us. So that's my spill on cancer. Anyway, that's one of the reasons I'm in this, because I've had my experience with this that kind of disease. It's affected my I lost a wife to it. I lost a grandfather when I was 12 to cancer. He had lung cancer, and at that time, back in the 70s, there wasn't a whole lot of chemotherapy there. They usually just cut stuff out of you. was their solution. And then they found years later that cutting it out will cause it to spread. If you go in and you cut into the body where the cancer is at, you can cause the cells to spread. So now they've discovered, you know, taking it out of the body is not usually the best solution, but if they can shrink it down to a certain size and prevent it from spreading with the chemo first, then they can remove it. But anyway, that's probably more information than you need to know, but I appreciate you watching my video. Again, this stock was up 14.54% on the day. It pulled back, and then it was up again. So we shall see. We shall see. I may, excuse me, I may go do a little more research and see what's going on with this company, because I haven't looked at it in a while since I got into it. I think they had some testing that they were still going through. I need to go look up and see what kind of phase of testing. Maybe do another video on that. But anyway, the price is up, and they're looking good for the day. This stock is 13 cents a share, so it's up a little bit. It's up. A little more expensive than the first two, but still cheap. It's still under $1. So the normal man, the retail consumer that's on a budget, you can buy into a stock like this, and you know, you could do well if you can get your timing right on the pricing and the news releases for their FDA approvals on their drugs and stuff. The news on their drugs they're working on. But anyway, thank you for watching my video. I hope you're having a good start of your week. I hope this is a profitable week. Again, trade smart, trade scared. Don't spend any money you can't afford to lose. Keep your lights on. Keep your roof over your head. Keep food on the table. Keep what's important because stock trading can be addictive. It's like going to the casino and gambling. So I don't want to hear anybody losing money. I want people to succeed in stocks. That's why I do these videos. And I really wish you well. I try to encourage people. I don't want to see you jump into a stock. You need to do your own research in the stock and get into it on your own accord based off that you feeling comfortable that you want to invest in this stock. That's how you need to do it. Always don't, because I bought into the stock, because your brother, your cousin bought in the stock. Look at the stock, see what the stock is, look at the company, what they're doing, what the product is they're coming out with, their news. What are they, you know, make your own decisions off of that. Don't follow somebody else's trades. So I hope everybody has a profitable week. Hope it's a good week for you. The fall is in the air. The temperature's cooling off here in East Tennessee. We're going to start seeing some leaves change. And I hope to see you in the next video. I hope you have a good night, and I hope it's a good week for you. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye. Hey, thanks for coming by. Glad you checked out the video. I hope you liked it. If you like it, please click on the like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel. May God bless you, and I hope you have a good day. Bye. Bella's got to be right up under me, don't you, Bella? Oh, my word. Cloudy day, looks like it may rain. Clouds out over the valley. East Tennessee Valley. And Bella, she's just happy to be around.